don't see too many guys going around flipping 600-pound tires for a workout. Know why? They can't.
Hey guys, it's Clark Bartram with Team SciFit right here on mf1.flv. Now what I'm going to do today is take you through my in-home circuit training workout. And you can see I'm in my garage. This is where you're going to do a lot of the videos with me, is in here in my garage. This is my personal training studio, the lab as I call it. I have everything in here that we need to get you in great shape. So we're going to be getting a variety of videos from right here inside my training lab. Now without further ado, I'm going to take you through about 17 different exercises in this in-home circuit training workout program that I have. And they're all body weight exercises or partner assisted. So all you'll need is your own body weight, maybe a few accessories like a medicine ball or something like that, but you don't need a lot of weights, you don't need machines or anything like that. You can do them all in the privacy of your own home with somebody to help you out, maybe your wife, maybe your son, your daughter, friend, training partner, whoever. So anyway, we're going to get started. The concept is to go from the largest muscle group and work your way back to the smallest. Arthur Jones, the inventor of the Nautilus equipment, designed that protocol. So you're working the big muscles in the legs first, then to your back, then to your chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, abs, calves, and you're done. You should be able to get in and out very quickly with no time wasted in between. We're moving from one exercise to the next. Now I'm going to just take you through a couple of the basics on the exercises. You're going to watch the video and then repeat it for yourself. If you need any refresher, just watch the video again. It's that simple. So I'm going to show the exercises. I might be talking a little bit on some I might not if they don't need any explanation. But you're going to watch it. Watch very closely at the things that I do. I'll point out certain things like where to keep the knee in proportion to your toe and things like that. But the bottom line is to give you a great workout. We're going to do right here. We're going to get that on muscleandfitnesstrainer.com. So again, I'm Clark Bartram with Team SciFit. Get ready for your in-home circuit training workout. Okay, now for the lower body exercises, we're going to do 2 for quads, 2 for hamstrings, and then we're going to do 12 to 15 repetitions for the lower body and 8 to 12 for the upper body. First exercise is body squats. So I'm going to take a sideways position here so you can see the range of motion. My head is going to stay in line with the horizon, and I'm just going to go down with my back flat and as low as I can go. Knees behind the toes, and I come up and squeeze the glutes. So it's just like that. And the slower you go, the more you're going to feel it on your quads. So I'm just coming down, and again, 12 to 15 on these. Next exercise is split squats. You're going to assume a position, one foot in front of the other, knee stays behind the toe, then you're going to jump and switch in the air. Put your hands on your hips. And be sure to breathe all the time while you're doing these exercises. Okay, now I've assumed a prone position on the ground, meaning I'm laying face down to the ground. I have my training partner back here, my son Mitchell. He's going to be providing resistance for me by wrapping this towel around my ankles and then providing the resistance as I pull up and do a hamstring curl. And then he's going to pull on the way back down. We're going to go do 12 to 15. And then I can tell him more or less, so pull harder on the way down. Pull harder, there you go. And perfect. Pull harder on the way down, give me more resistance. Pull, 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 fight it, there we go. Nice, that's perfect right there. So that's the key, is you want to communicate with your partner and find out the perfect resistance. And when you become more fatigued, your partner can just take a little bit of resistance off for you. So that's a great partner-assisted hamstring exercise. Okay, now the second hamstring exercise is called hamstring curls. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but it's very, very effective. Now you're going to need a partner on this one, and probably a mat or a towel or something for your knees, and a bar or a pole or a broomstick or something to assist you to come back up. The idea is to have your partner hold your ankles down firmly to the ground, because you want to come forward and then pull yourself back up, flexing the hamstrings. So I'm coming down and I'm pulling up, flexing the hamstrings. So here we go. Push down, Mitch, and I'm pulling up nice. And you're just barely using this bar to provide yourself a little bit of support to come back up, because it's virtually impossible to do this with no support in the front. But I can definitely feel my hamstrings contracting. And the emphasis you want to keep in mind is your hamstring is like your bicep. So when you're curling your hamstring, you want to contract it like you're contracting your bicep. It's a leg bicep, basically. Okay, well, I stand corrected. My training partner, my son, after we cut the camera, after the hair up hamstring, said, "What do you mean it's impossible? I do that every day in PE." And I said, "Show me, tough guy." So he demonstrated that it is possible to do the hair up hamstrings without any assistance on the front like I had, because I'm an old wimp. Ready to go. So you can see he's getting a nice workout. Pretty cool. So you're coming down nice and slow till you can't do it anymore. Then you use your hands for assistance on the way down and come up to where you can grab with your hamstrings and pull yourself up. Now, if you don't think that's not working your hamstrings, get down and try it. But be careful. Safety is always most important. One more, Mitch. Come on. You feel that in your hamstrings?
Oh, yeah.
And that's the beauty of this workout, is you can do it with your family members, you can do it with friends. And again, you don't need much of anything but a good, strong spotter. And that's what I am, a good, strong spotter. Go. And up, last one, come on. Yeah, good job. Okay, in keeping with this program, we're working our largest muscle group all the way back to the smallest. We started with the legs, now we go on to the back. A couple great exercises I've chosen for the back are, first one would be pull-ups. Now, you can get pull-up bars anywhere. I'm sure you can find them here on this site. I happen to have a great one here in the training lab, stud bar pull-up that I'm using. And some of you may be able to do pull-ups, some of you may not. If you cannot do a pull-up, here is how you become efficient at doing a pull-up. You do the negative part of the pull-up first. So get your training partner to bring you up, and then you simply lower yourself down, and then have your training partner pull you up, and then lower yourself down. In the negative part of the movement, there's a 70% carryover in negative strength to positive strength. Okay, so if you're lowering yourself slowly, eventually that strength that you gain lowering yourself will carry over into strength, so you can eventually pull yourself up and do a traditional pull-up. Now, we're going to do 8 to 12 pull-ups, and we're going to do regular pronated palms facing forward grip, full range of motion. 1. Now, if I were on a desert island, that would be an exercise I'd take with me. Great. Okay, now we're moving on to the second exercise for back. This is an old bodybuilding staple, something we use backstage in bodybuilding competitions. You can use the towel, which is what we use most often back there, to pump your back up. But what I've done is I've designed a nice little tool. Here I have 2 sets of handles connected together by a carabiner here. And then the idea is to have your partner provide resistance for you so you can get a good stretch and a good contraction in your lat muscle. So what you want to do is take a nice staggered grip or stance with your feet and scoot away from each other so you get full extension. Back up. There you go, right there. So Mitch is going to provide resistance for me on my back. Ready? And go. There you go. A little bit more, a little bit more. Nice, right there. And the key, you got to get low, you got to get a good center of gravity. And then I'm pulling in nice and tight on my lats. I can feel this. And he, obviously isn't as strong as me, but because I'm putting my mind into the muscle, he's providing perfect amount of resistance for me to feel my back. Now again, a variation would be, I can change this to an underhand grip, that's simple, and pull, and get the nerves to respond in a different way. And then I can go overhand, and I can pull this way, and then we can alternate, like this. And then we can go faster. Get down lower, bend your knees, squat more. There you go. Nice. So as you can see, it's just a matter of your creativity, finding a great training partner, and this is perfect. So you can create your own tools to make this workout even more efficient in the privacy of your own home.